Hello, good evening. Shut it off. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Woo. Come on in, make yourselves at home. Plenty of room. Come on in, mosey on in. Thank you. Friends and neighbors, esteemed colleagues, chums from long ago and present day, welcome to my home, the Laugh Shack Country Club! My name is Tim Hoffman and I will be your host for this evening's performance. I have assembled a fantastic cast of excellent comedians tonight to entertain you. And before we kick it off, I want to go over a couple pre-flight instructions. There are 2 exits. One there. Okay, if you need to get out, go. There is no smoking in this building due to the combustibility of a post-Civil War era barn. Okay? If you need a smoke, go outside. There's a bucket of water. Please make sure you extinguish smoking materials completely in the bucket of water. There's a bathroom up at the house. You're welcome to use it. If you need a chaperone to get there, I'm happy to provide you with one. We have bug spray if you need some bug spray. Okay? In the back corner, you'll find a lemonade stand that offers wine, water and Pabst Blue Ribbon, as well as pretzels. Help yourself to that. This show cannot be possible without a fantastic audience, such as yourselves, that contributes incredibly generously to my water bottle that collects donations of cash because I'm running a comedy pyramid scheme. It's the oldest trick in vaudeville, actually. Comedy pyramid scheme. So you can hit me on Venmo too if you want to do that. Let's see what else we have to go over. This show is being taped in front of a live studio audience. That's you, by Luigi Scarcelli and Optimist Pictures. He's here tonight. I found, I've performed stand-up comedy a few times, that stand-up comedy is an art form best enjoyed with a listening audience. And by that mean, please do not interrupt the performers unless that fourth wall has been broken. Furthermore, this show cannot be possible without the encouragement and support of my lovely wife, Julie, who's around here somewhere. So please give her a round of applause. This was her idea, so if it's bad, we blame her. Okay. Let's see, I want to make sure I've done all the announcements that I have. Yes. I think that is it. And yeah, with that said, the final piece is to kick back, have some drinks, and have some laughs. That's the instructions. Okay? That's the instructions right there, guys. Okay, thank you very much. My name's Tim. I'm going to be up and down all night. I'm going to bring up some of my favorite performers from around here that I've met on the road and stuff like that. So anyways, it's getting hot out there, right, though? It's getting hot. You guys notice that? It's getting hot. It's getting steamy. And, you know, the weather people, they'll come on the TV and they'll tell you, it's getting hot out there. You want to go out there and check on your neighbors. Make sure they're okay. You want to check on your neighbors. And I like to do that at 3 o'clock in the morning in a half-drunk fugue state in my underpants. Just march across the lawn and ding dong. You guys okay? Give it up for my neighbors. They are here tonight somewhere as well. My fantastic neighbors. Anyways, it's a whole, but it's just me thanking everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you guys so much. I'm so pleased. I couldn't do this without you guys. Hang on a second. Woo! We're gonna kick it off right now. The first performer. He has been seen at the Norway Brewing Company, Great Falls Comedy Club in Auburn, and the parking lot of the Portland DMV. Please welcome Cloud Morris.
Tim Hoffman, ladies and gentlemen, let him know it. Oh my God. We're all like partying, watching stand-up in a barn. How awesome is that? Oh my God, I have been doing this for a long ass time, let me tell you folks. And things have changed over the years. I'm rocking the dad bod now, which is actually the same. I had the dad bod before, but it just wasn't called that. They didn't have that name for it, but I like it because it's got its own song, which is great. Like, rock the dad bod, rock the dad bod. You guys think it's a stretch, but it works. Drink your beers between the cigarettes. Order the nachos plate. My esophageal tract don't like it. Boom, boom, rock the dad bod, rock the dad bod. Totally works. Totally works. Thank you, other people. Thank you. This is great. No, I do. And so a little about me. My name is Cloud, C-L-O-U-D, like cloud in the sky, because my parents were really big fans of me getting beat up at school. So, and I am a father. It is true. I am a proud baby daddy of 2 beautiful children. It's just all right, that's 3 times I'm giving up that joke now. It's gone forever. You've all seen the last one. No, and I am a stay-at-home dad. I mean, I work, let me be honest. I work 40 hours a week at a job I commute to, but then after that, I just basically stay at home. So that's the way that goes. So, did you guys know that there's a store in Auburn? I don't know if you guys have seen this. There's a store in Auburn where you guys can buy Maine-themed games, Androscogginopoly. You can actually buy that at a store in Auburn, go all the way around the board, buy up all the railroads in Lewiston. The one game that I wanted to see there that they did not have, the Maine version of Clue. Yeah. Come on. I think Mr. Cloutier did it at the Yarmouth Clam Festival with a plastic spoon. No, it was Mrs. Bollier with a poison whoopie pie at the Freiburg Fair. It was Susan Collins with a rusty shovel at the Topless Donut Shop, actually. I think that works. I'm interested in mental health, things like that. That comes into my set sometimes. And in thinking about that, I have to say this. They say that happiness is expectation minus reality. And they say that what you have to do with that, you have to lower your expectations a little bit because reality sometimes doesn't measure up, okay? So, but what does that really mean? Like, that's kind of confusing. That's an abstract comment. A lot of people are sort of listening to that, and they're like Jennifer Lawrence eating hot sauce. They're like, oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to explain it to you, okay? I'm going to explain it to you with something that we can all understand. I know, I apologize, it's kind of a dude thing. Hand jobs. Stay with me, Tim Hoffman's barn people. Stay with me. This will make sense, okay? Hand jobs, people actually sort of complain about them, don't they? They're like, oh, how was your date last night? I don't know, I got a hand job. And like, whereas, in isolation, a hand job is like it's a great thing. I mean, really, it's like better than 99% of the things that are going to happen to you on any given day. I mean, it's... Root canals. 2 hours at the DMV. This joke you're listening to right now. Free coffee refills. Taco Tuesday. Hand job. It's way up there. It's way up there. It's like one of the top 3 jobs. Like hand job, blow job, professional wine taster. It's way up there. I like music. Does anybody here like music? Yeah. Woo! It's kind of a consensus issue, isn't it? Like, One of those music likers came in here last week. We ran him the hell out of town. Like, that's not a thing, right? Everybody likes music. I like music even if it's like different languages that I don't know. I think it's great. I listen to a French rap show on the college radio station, WMPG, and I can't, I don't speak a word of French. I don't. But I connect with the music. It's not that hard. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out sometimes because a lot of it is cover versions of songs, that are written in English. It's not that hard to figure out Je m'appelle, Slim Shady. But I connect with a lot of music. I've tried country music, doesn't always work. I'm kind of a city kid. But sometimes I connect. There was a song on the other night, and the guy was singing, I was on a wine-day mountain road. And before he said mountain road, I was like, ooh, I have wine days. Yesterday was a Merlot day. So, you connect where you can. You connect where you can. So last thing I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do some jokes that are backwards. And the way these work, I'm just not going to raise the mic. The way these backwards jokes work, okay, the way they work is that, the punchline comes first and the setup comes after, okay? Is everybody with me on this? Nobody's doing Jennifer Lawrence eating hot sauce. You're all understanding where I'm at. Punchline first, setup after. Let me give you an example. I like to provide examples, like hand jobs. That was a weird sentence. I like to provide examples so that it makes sense. There was an example. Anyway, never mind. Here we go.
Got it.
All right. So, Beethoven's third movement, right? And so the setup would be what immediately followed Beethoven's third bowl of bran flakes, right? Okay? Right? I know the joke is gross. That doesn't even count. It's just an illustration, okay? It's a gross joke, and I provide it for illustrative purposes. I understand toilet humor is, in fact, an American standard. All right, here's the first real one. Champagne, ShamWow, shampoo. Okay, that's faking an injury, fake enthusiasm, and the fake dog poop that you buy at the novelty store. Right? Makes sense. All right. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Obviously, that's the piece of furniture in which I keep my alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. It's right next to the nightstand of Health and Human Services where I keep the Tylenol. All right, we got one more here, folks. Now, this one takes a minute. Autumn leaves, willow leaves, saffron leaves. What happens every time I run out of alcohol at my solstice parties? They just get up and leave, like the three of them. They just decide they're going to have a girls' night or something. And I'm stuck with, Dave, who's passed out on the couch, face down. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cloud Morris. I'm going to give it back to your host, Mr. Tim Hoffman, who's coming to the stage right now. Here he is.
That's Cloud Morris right there. Let him know. Please let him know. Thank you so much, Cloud, for taking the bullet. Oh, my God. I was so fucking nervous when I started tonight. So thank you, Cloud. You took a lot of nerves off me. The truth is, I haven't been feeling well recently. And I've had a lot of diarrhea recently. People are like, last summer was it was a summer of COVID or whatever. This is the summer of diarrhea. It's just like another day of diarrhea. I thought I was having diarrhea in the bathtub the other day, but I didn't see no bubbles wishing out, but it's just like the water going in and out of my gaping asshole like that. And people are like, oh my God, that's disgusting. Don't talk about your diarrhea. Use a different polite way to say it. Maybe frame it differently. Maybe say oh, you've been losing a lot of fluids or something like that. But I mean, nobody's fooled when you say that you've been losing a lot of fluids, right? Nobody thinks that, oh, he must have put his Pepsi down someplace and forgotten where he left it. No, they all know that you've been having diarrhea for a long time. And I've lost already 12 pounds. Like, I can't afford to lose any more fluids. Like, I'm like an ounce and a half of lost fluids away from being a fucking mummy at this point. You know, like, I just be like a dried up body blowing down the street. I get stuck up in a spider's web. They'd be like, oh, what happened to Hoffman? Why is he in a spider's web? Did he get bit by a brown recluse spider or a black widow spider or another colorful deadly spider? It's like, no, he just had diarrhea for 3 days and now he's hung up in the web. And they say like comedians need web presence. That's the only web presence that I have. Anyways, let's keep the show going right along. Thank you guys. Thank you, Cloud, so much for kicking it off. I'm straight now, bro. All right, here we go. Your next performer tonight, please welcome. He is hosting the One Longfellow Comedy Show on October 7th at One Longfellow Square. Please welcome Clenched Sphinx.
Yes, take it all in. Yes, I tell comedy in a ski mask because my mental health is awesome. Yes. It's a really good bit to do in the middle of summer in a barn, let me tell you. No, I do comedy in a ski mask because I work for a place that, I got a big boy job recently, working for a place that rhymes with the Schmetterl Schmoverman. And I say the things that you're going to hear me say, so I don't want to risk my pension. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm a statistical anomaly. I'm a homeowning millennial with a pension. Said hi to an actuary. His fucking head exploded. It's like, you shouldn't exist. Live in Biddeford. Yeah, exactly. People are like, oh, it's getting so nice. Like, yeah, not if I can fucking help it. I mean, I got the house because I figured I wanted a stable, consistent place for my cats and my plants to grow. You know, I'm a cat dad. I'm a plant dad. I mean, plant dad is really, really generous. Best case scenario, I'm murdering my daughters and smoking them. Gotta be daughters. You gotta kill the men. It's not misandry, that's biology. You don't want seeds. No one grows weed in this audience. It's like, the cool thing about Maine is that eventually people get that joke. Yeah, so I live near a high school as well, so if anyone asks, I'm teaching the kids fractions. Hey man, can I get a half-eighth? Yeah, it's a 16th. And don't waste my fucking time. I also teach life skills. It's pretty great. Got a bunch of friends who celebrate Pride. I use he, they pronouns myself for reasons that I don't want to get into because I am in a barn in Gorham. And I got to take the mask off eventually. Got a vibe that says, Photoshop me out of this fucking shit. Never asked to be, I asked to be here, but I never asked to be born, you know? Like, that's... It's also why I only say thank you for being here, or I'm glad to be here at comedy shows. It's great. That joke goes better if you don't biff it. Yeah, I got a bunch of friends. They're like, "Hey, you gonna go out and celebrate Pride?" Yeah. I kind of wanted to just stay home and celebrate sloth. It's fun. I found the hill that I'm going to die on. For the longest time, I thought it was Munjoy in Portland. Men backing their trucks into a parking space is their equivalent of twerking. The more angry you get about that, the more right I am. I'm just going to let you sit on that for a little bit with your well-developed twerking ass. Just looking behind, seeing who's behind you, seeing who's watching you. I'm tired. I'm tired of the gritty reboots, everybody. I want happy reboots of beloved properties. I don't want shit to get worse. It's already getting worse in real life. I want, like, a version of Philadelphia where Tom Hanks just finds the best steak and cheese. That's all it is. Want to do another one? Evil Dead. The final days of Rush Limbaugh. Risky to say in a barn and Gorm. My favorite, though, this one, I want to pitch this one. I want to pitch it to A24, the elevated horror company that basically made movies that start like this fucking property as you enter it. You know? It's like we're going to be chased around by a monster that's like a metaphor for grief, and also it has like 7 assholes. It's good, it's great. Where was I going with this? Okay, so the movie, the reboot, it's about this guy. He's down on his luck. Had to move back in with his overbearing mother, but he finally gets the job that gets him out of that place, gets him on the path he needs to be on. He's working at a summer camp. It's Voorhees, a jolly good fellow. Thank you. Oh, look.
Oh, God. You got it.
Tension. Tension and release. Art. All right, I got the light. I'll give you a little bit more of this, and then I'll call my therapist and tell him all about this. Okay, we don't do... yes, I'm a homeowner. I'm bougie as fuck. We don't do Netflix and chill. We got HBO Max, so it's Succession and Succession. Can't do it anymore. We got to do repeats. Show's dumb. Or we fire up. We're a bunch of jazz heads too. Fire up Spotify for a little Mingus and Lingus. It's a lot of fun. I got one more. Don't worry. It's not a hostage situation, even though I am wearing the mask. They never cared before I put on the mask, and they didn't care afterwards. I came very close to getting drug tested at the Schmetterl Schmoverment. We were doing a team building exercise, and they were like, what's your favorite mythical creature? And because they tell me not to discuss politics at work, I couldn't be like, the informed voter. So I was like, okay, favorite mythical creature, follow me on this one, okay. It's a half centaur, half mermaid. That just looks like a regular dude. Just the top parts. Actually, his name is Top Bits. Christopher Toph Bits. Where would a mermaid and a centaur even meet? The Surf and Turf Convention. That's right. So I'm getting tested. I think Tuesday, is what the letter said. Yeah, I just signed for it, so. See you from jail. See you later.
Thank you very much, Mr. Clench Sphinx. The fantastic Clench Sphinx in a hand knit mask. Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you very much for coming out. The next performer tonight has helped me a lot put together this show. Please welcome, all the way from down the road, Mr. Ben Chadwick.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you being here in a barn that looks like Buffalo Bill's summer home. It's good. You guys are fucking ballsy. I love it. I got a parking ticket recently for parking in a handicap spot at a hiking trail. Because if there's anything the differently abled are known for, it's long walks in the woods. What the fuck is that shit? You telling me there's some dude in his wheelchair showing up with mudding tires like, no boundaries for me, man? Fuck that shit. You know how I know those people aren't going hiking? When was the last time somebody handed you the trail mix with their crutches? It'll get worse than that. Fucking hang on. I think it's fucking silly, man. I think the whole, like, if you're gonna do a 3-mile hike up a mountain, I don't think 10 feet in the parking lot's making that big of a difference for you. And I'm down with it, you know, like I'm here to accommodate people, you know, be welcoming with everybody, but if we're gonna give them a special spot for that, there better be a fucking ramp going up that cliff face. So that's the pitch I'm going with at court next month. Hoping that flies. Well, you can't control the sexual kinks that you get in life. That's why I'm still working at Foot Locker. Just like, yeah, you go ahead and throw that foot right on up there. Let's get you sized up. What are you, like a 6.5? Yeah, me too. I don't know, you should be worried about any place where the guy's willing to wear a ref's outfit to touch your feet. That's a concern. I'm just kidding with you guys. I'm in armpits. It's way worse. How many people in here, just a round of applause, think the armpit thing's gross? All right, apart from that guy, let's fucking party in the parking lot after this. What's up, guys? Fucking down with it. You guys are fun. I'm not crazy about it, you know. I'm not like sniffy or anything, you know. Just watch a lot of beach volleyball, you know. Just get that one, all right?
No.
That's slow brain. I got some tattoos. You guys tattoo people? Very mild-mannered people that tattoo people. I got some tattoos, you know, but nothing too crazy. Some people go nuts with it, you know. They get scales tattooed on. They get their tongue split. They get horn implants. That's why I never understood people getting upset about the transgendered move. It's like, you know, there's fucking lizard people walking around out there? Who gives a shit what bathroom they use? You have any idea what's going on with the terrarium industry in this country? Running out of hot rocks. And my parents hated it when I started getting tattoos. They were like, have you put any thought into what you're doing to your body? This is a lifelong decision that you're making. I was like, this is from the people who cut off my foreskin. Where was that attitude when I needed you? It's like, that's a little bit of ink, you know? It's not a big deal. You can laser that shit off. Can't laser my dick back together. I'm not a big Jesus guy, which is weird because I look like a big Jesus guy. I'm a big guy and I got tattoos, and when you look like that, a lot of times you attract women who seek you out to be a little bit rough with them sexually. You know, but I'm tender, I'm gentle, I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to disappoint. So I started taking MMA classes. Yeah, I've been choking bitches out, you guys. It's like they don't see it coming. They're like, get behind me. I'm like, never give up the back. She wakes up and she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you didn't tap. I thought you were a badass. So that's how I met my girlfriend. Well, things with us have been good. I got really obese, and so I started losing some weight, you know, and working on that. And she was like, I don't want you to get smaller. I want you to stay big and soft and comfy. I was like, I don't think you want a boyfriend. I think you want a couch. Just because we both have lint in our folds doesn't mean we're the same thing. It's cool though. You lose weight and you find you lose the weight, you get a big dick. You know, it's a lot of doubt on your faces right now. All right. No, you lose the weight here and then you get like a big dick. You know, like I mean, not if you're a woman. That'd be weird. Sandra, you look great. Yeah, I lost 30 pounds. My clit got all fucked up. Well, I had to. I took a little break from comedy last year because my girlfriend and I actually just had a little baby girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're thrilled about it. My wife is pissed, but yeah, you really feel for that imaginary person, huh? Man, we didn't want to have kids at all. You know, that wasn't our agenda. At first, you know, she found a lump. She thought she had breast cancer. I was like, don't freak out. You know, go to the doctor, see what they tell you. So she called me, and she was like, yeah. So it's like the worst case scenario. I was like, oh my God, what did they say to you? She was like, I'm pregnant. Thought you said you had cancer. It's like, at least if she had cancer, only one of our lives would be ruined. I want you to know that nothing makes me happier than that groan. It's the best thing that could have happened to me just then. That was outstanding. This is a fucking joke, guys. Take it easy. Like, if something happened to my girlfriend, I'd be devastated, you know? But not for 18 years. Do you understand? This fucking shit's way heavier, man. I didn't want to have kids. I didn't want to have kids because I had pets. I knew I wasn't going to be good at having kids. I tried that out with them. My grandmother got this toy for my dog that looked like a double-headed dildo. I don't know why you put veins on a dog toy, but whatever. And so I taught my dog the word dildo. I'm a smart ass. When Grandma comes over, she's like, "Where's that toy I got Daisy?" "Daisy, dildo time! Where's your dildo?" She comes running in with that giant thing flopping out of her mouth. Throws it at Grandma's feet. "Dildo!" Fucking good girl, I guess. That shit was hilarious before my girlfriend moved in with us. But when she moved in, she had a box of toys with her that was indistinguishable from Daisy's box of toys. So I hear her scream one day. I go running out in the living room. There's my dog sitting there with my girlfriend's fake rubber dick in her mouth like a dead pheasant, just proud as shit. "Dildo. Sure is, Daisy. It sure is." Hey, Bumpa gets a lot of weird sexual boundaries when you have the animals in the house. I was masturbating one day, and right when I finished, I made direct eye contact with my cat. Yeah, she was pissed. And I get that she doesn't want me using the litter box, but I bought it. That's my property. Clumps up well, I can scoop it out easily. That's the best fucking idea I've ever had. I'm not quitting on it just because the cat's pissed off. Yo, guys, my name is Ben Chadwick. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the party.
Thank you, Ben Chadwick, right there. Let him know. Oh, one of the things that I like most about hosting these shows is that once in a while, a new performer will come up and they'll tell me, "Hey, Timmy, I got some jokes I want to run tonight." And I say, "Excellent." So here we go. Brace yourself. Prepare yourself. I believe it's the gentleman's first time on stage. If I'm wrong, well, he may have performed elsewhere. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the very fabulous Mr. Riz.
Whoa, hey, thanks, Tim. Hey, my first time, guys. Oh, shit, this is my resume. That's not what I want. I gotta find my little comedy routine here, guys. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Oh, shit, let me grab this. Oh, I can't see shit. Hello. Hey, everybody. Yes, thank you. Speaking of dildos, I'm here. All right, guys. I'm a little nervous. My first time doing the little stand-up, so I have to have a little aid here, all right? I wrote some shit down, all right? So Julie told me that I had to do a tight 5. I guess I had never heard of what a tight 5 was before. Tight 5, minutes of performance. So when I think of tight 5, I'm like, tight 5. I'm like, tight 5, like 5 tight baseball players that I saw at the Sea Dog game the other day. I'm like seeing BB, baseball butt. It's like my favorite thing in the world. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I'm like, I don't even know any baseball players. I'm like, Nolan Ryan, is that a baseball player, right? Is he a baseball player? I've heard of Jose Canseco, I think. He's like a baseball player or a porn star or something like that. I think his daughter does OnlyFans, actually, so that would make sense. But anyways, guys, let me introduce myself again. I'm Rob. Hey, not Riz, Rob, but that's my nickname. And if you haven't noticed already, I'm gay. Hey. Yep, that's true. And, I like to play a little game here. Let's see. What does it say? Let me see. So, I was going to mention that it's a beautiful time to be gay, actually, but it's also a crazy time to be gay, right, guys? I mean, I think about, like, you could be in Florida and you could be, like, walking around in a rainbow bikini, like, on the beach, or you could be in the middle of the state getting, like, spit roasted by a bunch of swamp people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck. Just depends on where you go. But speaking of hot, I think I've already spotted who I think is hot in the audience tonight. I was scoping it out. I was scoping everybody out by the time I got here, and I'm like, let me see. I'm an equal opportunity gay, so I'm like trying to like I will accept anybody. I mean, it's just men particularly. Sorry, girls. Sorry. Sorry. I'm all about objectifying the men these days. I'm trying to level the playing field for the girls. You know what I'm saying? After being objectified for centuries, and you know, I think it's about time, and maybe get a little loving on the side while I'm at it. Who's right? Who's with me? I could use a little love. It's been a while. Shit. But let me go back to my notes here. I gotta check this shit, make sure I'm doing this right. And I actually spotted somebody in the audience. I see a cute couple there in the distance, even though I can't see shit. I see, yeah, right there, yeah. Miss, do you think you could lend your boyfriend out to me maybe for the night? He's pretty damn cute. Yeah, sorry. Maybe I could like Airbnb your boyfriend or something like that. I came up with a new app, Airbnb boyfriend. You can't take it, that's my shit. I came up with that. I'm gonna be rich. VBR. The other one was I came up with VBRO, your bro. Has anyone tried that? That's a great app. Anyways, I got to keep this tight 5. I got to take a piss, so this might be a tight 3, you guys. Shit, I got to wrap this up. But anyways, and oh yeah, a parentheses for ha ha ha. So you guys were supposed to laugh after that. That's right. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, actually, Tim, I have done this before. I am a professional comedian, you guys. I've been touring the country. I've been going to different gigs all over. But when Tim and Julie told me that the Laugh Shack Country Comedy Club was putting on a show tonight, I'm like, fuck it. Cancel the tour. I told my publicist, I told my agent, I'm like, forget the fucking tour, forget the talk show gig, forget the sitcom on, what are the, Peacock. Yeah, Peacock's a show, a channel. Yeah, forget the sitcom on Peacock, forget the big paycheck. I am going to fucking Gora, Maine and performing for y'all tonight. Woo! Yes, thank you, my people, yes. I just want to put on a great show for you guys. I want to entertain. I just want you guys to laugh. And I feel like I succeeded. So thank you. Love you. Back to you, Timmy. I got to take a piss.
Thank you. Give it up for big, creepy gay Rob. All right there. Oh my God, I had no idea he was gay. I mean, like, I was sucking his dick earlier and he didn't seem to like it, you know. Maybe I was using too much teeth, you know. But anyways, I want to keep this show going right along. Thank you so much for coming out, Rob. I always love to bust a gay fat, you know, like bust a cherry like that. You know, that's what we go. Anyways, the next performer, he's from Boston, actually, and then he moved out to Los Angeles, performed in Los Angeles for a long time. He's back in Maine right now. He's moving up to Bath, Maine, actually, and he's going to kick it off right there. Please get up for Mr. Adam Grobman.
What is up, Giggly Barn? I love everything about this place. Except its flammability, which is a little questionable, you know what I mean? But no sparks tonight, no torches in here. We'll be fine. I am kind of old compared to people who are a lot younger than me. You know what I mean? Right? That makes sense. You relate to that, you know? But I feel way younger. I do. I feel younger because I did like a lot of the big stuff way later in life. You know, like I had my first apartment of my own at age 30. I got married and had a kid well into my 40s. I'm thinking my first house is going to be a 3-bed, 2-bath with a stair lift and a coffin. Well, we got great schools in this neighborhood. Yeah, how's the cemetery? But yeah, when you get married way older, it's like everything's different. You know, your gift registry is different, right? You don't want Macy's, you need CVS. It's like, honey, oh my God, your cousin got his heating pads in zinc. Yes, now if we could just get the Epsom salts. We are set. That's great. My wife and I grew up in the 70s, so we think that screaming is a valid parenting tool. Yeah, right? Yeah, you know what? Why not? Why isn't it? Because it is. We know it is, you know? We have a 9-year-old. Our 9-year-old will be bugging me, and I'll just be like, ah, God damn it! And then I realize the window is open, and we have a neighbor close by, yards away. And I'm like, is his window open? Oh, shit. Please have your window be open. Ah, damn it. And then I have to, like, add more stuff. I have to be like, my sciatica really hurts unexpectedly. And then he's cool. He's like, dude, you want to Vicodin? Don't worry about it. Your kid's a pain in the ass. You're right, man. We're friends. It's cool. You know what I mean? It's good. I have a few rich friends. I don't really know exactly how they got the money. I don't ask. But sometimes they give me life advice. It's great, you know. They're like, Adam, man, you got to fly first class. I'm telling you, it's $1,500, but it's worth it. Dude, what? What are you talking? Like, I'm cheap. If it was an option, I would go in the overhead bin. It's like, hey, you get a free glass of champagne. I'll have a beer and a Xanax in the terminal. I'm good, bro. There's people who are like, dude, come on. Why didn't you buy a house a long time ago? Buy a house. It's easy. I'm like, yeah, you know what? We've crunched the numbers, and we could just about afford something made of Legos. But I don't know if you guys know rich people these days, right? It's like they all like send their kids to private schools, and they brag about schools that cost 40 grand. 40 grand. I'm like, I tell them, I'm like, your kid's not going to stand out in that school. Our kid goes to public school. He spells pterodactyl. He's class president. I was going to a gym, you know, and I didn't like the locker room scene because there was way too many dudes walking around half naked who look like human anatomy charts. You know these guys? You look at them and it's just like pectoralis, oblique, transverse abdominis, right? Well, I look like a grocery shelf. It's like bagels, tortilla chips, pork chops. You know, that's why I like stuff like hiking. I like stuff that's solo, man, that's off the grid. Like hiking. Nobody knows where or what time I started or how long I was sitting on a bench. Trying to lose a few pounds. Man, like about a year ago, everyone started being like intermittent fasting. And I was like, I do continuous eating. And but when I first heard about intermittent fasting, I heard that you eat in a 6-hour window. That's it, 6-hour window. And I'm like, what the hell do you do the other 18 hours in a day? I'm like, well, I can't hibernate like a bear. I'm like, humans are meant to eat all the time. We know this. They sell snacks at Home Depot. You're gonna want to see Doug and Electrical and Mikey and Chips and Nuts, okay? They'll take care of you. I like acting, and I discovered my acting range. That's like all the different things I could play, right? So when I walk in every day, dressed normal, whatever, I hear I should play a teacher. I get that a lot. Like, this guy's some kind of a teacher character. Because I give off the vibe, right? Teacher vibe, right? Disrespected, underpaid. You know what I mean? Like teacher, right? You guys know who those people are, right? But if I do this is called an adjustment, gonna blow your mind. One little change. Substitute teacher. What's up, Christian Bale? Let's have an acting contest. I really actually was. I was a substitute teacher for a long time, man, out in Southern California. And one thing I gotta say, like, you want to be honest with the kids. You fantasize, because you know that even little kids would respect that. You know, it's like, Mr. G, I'm sleepy. Yeah, I'm sleepier. You try staying up to 3 a.m. watching Hulu and smoking weed, okay? I was up till 8:30 watching SpongeBob. You're a pussy. Mr. G, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Neither do I. Hence where I work right now. Because no little kid ever said, when I grow up, I want to be a baseball player or an astronaut or the least respected person in school. I tell you though, it's so hard to be a teacher these days, any kind of teacher, because there's no real punishments. There's no consequences, and the kids know that. They're smart, you know? Think about it. Kid is like acting up, right? Being bad. What's the first thing you do? You put him in the corner. Oh, the corner. Oh, that's so scary. The corner where walls meet at a 90-degree angle. The corner where they write threatening notes and sharpen up their stabbing pencil. Oh, the corner. And they keep on, right? They keep on being bad. What's the next thing you do? You put them in detention. Detention, where they socialize and expand their criminal networks, okay? Why don't we give them a weight bench and tattooing ink, for Christ's sakes? And then what's the last thing you do, right? Kid won't stop. You call up their parents. Oh yeah, let's bring in the person. That was wacky. Okay. The parent, let's bring in the person who made them the way they are. Now you just have a much bigger person who wants to punch you in the face. Well, the little one kicks you in the balls. Yeah, they tag team you. That's how it usually. So, Adam, what should we do for punishments? I don't know. Something with electricity. Maybe a bag over the head with water. I don't have an education degree. I'm sorry. I don't do that. I don't know about you guys. I still need to use emojis in my life, like anything that's typed out, because it makes it easier to say difficult things. Think about it, right? Like, you're an idiot, smiley face, right? It takes the edge off, right? You know? But I don't know if you can't do that in real life. Like, yeah, you guys are an okay audience. Looks like he's gonna murder us later. I don't know. This is very woodsy out here, and I don't know what he has in his trunk. But this really happened. You got to be careful with emojis, because years ago I was instant messaging with a comedian I knew, like in the LA scene. You know, as an acquaintance, I didn't know him that well, and we're messaging late night one night, and I sort of, without thinking of it, I swear, I used the winky emoji, one eye winking, okay? And I immediately found out from his reply that he's gay, he thinks I'm gay, and that I'm hitting on him. I love gay people, but that wasn't the case, and I quickly had to straighten it out. And it just made me glad that I didn't use, the X'd out eyes emoji or the one turning blue. Because he would have been like, wow, Grotman's into rough sex and autoerotic asphyxiation. Jesus. Fucking call TMZ. This guy's a mess. I love buying things on eBay and Amazon. Right? Anyone else? Oh, so addictive. And if your memory is going like mine is, it's even better. Because you buy a bunch of stuff at a time, right? And then it shows up days later, and then you forget what it is. And it's so awesome. It's like you bought a birthday present for you, and it's not even your birthday. A weird rectangular box and a lumpy envelope. I have no idea. But it's always something good. And it's kind of like that joke, that sort of hacky joke about how, like, it feels better if you masturbate with the wrong hand. With a right? Because it feels like it's someone else. You don't reckon, who's doing this to me? It feels so good. Someone else is doing something nice for me. And that's what it's like buying things online and forgetting what they are. Except you end up with an awesome item instead of a mess. I gotta get out of here. This has been really awesome. I'll just tell you guys this, that I like people of all ages. I just don't like it when younger people get mean and arrogant about age, about older people, because they don't understand, because they're ignorant, right? And years ago, there was a hit song by the English pop star Ed Sheeran, and I like the song. It's a good song. One day, I'm listening to the chorus lyrics, and it blew my mind. I'm like, what? This is what he's singing, right? He's saying this. I'll be loving you until we're 70. Now, let me break this down for you, Chuckle Barn, okay? This guy is singing to his special lady, hey, honey, listen, I want you to know that I am going to be loving you, but not a day after 70, okay? That's a hard cutoff, right? There's no wiggle room on that. You turn 70, it's like, happy birthday, and then get the fuck out, okay? I'm finding someone half your age. That's nuts. I couldn't sing that to my wife and have it be okay, right? And Ed Sheeran was 23 years old when he wrote that song. He thinks 70 equals dead. I think 70 is still bangable. Look at pictures of like Cher and Christy Brinkley online, 70 years old, smoking bodies, Pilates, hot. You know what I mean? Like 70 is like, that's sexy, that's hot. Hot 70's a thing now. You're gonna be seeing dudes like, yo, what up? I'm looking for a girl that's got a social security check and hormone replacement. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying to Ed Sheeran, Ed, it's a good song, buddy, but you gotta change the lyrics on the chorus. That's ageist, it's not cool. You gotta make it something like this, like, I'll be loving you until you're in assisted living. Because that's not an age, that's a condition. Yeah, anybody can be in assisted living. It's okay, it's not a number. My name's Adam Grotman. I love you folks. I love this barn. I love Tim Hoffman. I love so many things. Have a great weekend, the rest of the weekend.
Thank you very much, Adam Grotman, right there. Let him know. Oh, thank you guys so much. Okay, we are about to we're approaching the midpoint of tonight's flight. Just to let you know, we're approaching the midpoint of tonight's flight. I've got several more performers for you tonight, but I just want to let you know that's where we're at in the flight. The next performer coming tonight. Here's the thing. I do not like to host a sausage fest. And it is not my fucking fault that there's so many fucking male comedians around here. It's not my fault, okay? But I am so grateful that it is not a sausage fest tonight. Please welcome the lovely, the talented, the co-host of One Longfellow Square on October 7th. Please welcome Nikki Martin.
Okay, so, yes, I'm a lady. I actually use she, they pronouns. I came out as queer right after Father's Day 3 years ago because I saw all your dads and I was like, I'd rather fuck your moms. Yeah. Plus, I think, gender is definitely a construct and you can dress however you want, and I can't really commit to a haircut, so I just go by she, they, so I don't confuse other people. I'm good, but it's for all you guys, I am also a teacher, like Adam, but yeah, it's good. I teach social emotional learning, so yeah, it's pretty good. I basically tell kids the polite way to calm their tits. So it's a good life skill, I think, to have. I'm all about teaching those life skills. I walk around school wearing headphones. And when boys are like, "Oh, Miss Martin, you look so cute," I'm just like, when Miss Martin has her headphones in, she does not want to hear your compliments. I went in for my end of the year evaluation, and they essentially told me my classroom management style was like a cool uncle babysitting. It's like, you will not kill anybody, no one will die on your watch, but you're definitely going outside of the curriculum. Here's an example, okay? My room used to be the old computer room. Do you remember when computers used to be a subject at school instead of just like in your pockets? So I have all these tons of weird wires just hanging out of the wall, and I have all these outlets there, so the kids get very curious. So one day I just showed them pictures of old computers and what technology used to look like, and they were like, "Miss Martin, why is it so ugly?" I was like, because programmers were nerds, okay? They did not know how to make things beautiful like we do now. And I went and told my parent-in-laws that also used to be teachers, and they were like, Nikki, did you know it was just the technology back then? We are not nerds. Cool. Now our generation thinks that everybody is nerds, so it's cool. We're good. Yeah, I also have diabetes. I've had it for 21 years, so on my anniversary, I bought myself a birthday cake shot. Just kidding, I bought compression socks. The cool thing, though, about diabetes is there's a lot of new technology. And so I have this really cool insulin pump. Yeah, it's wireless. I have like a pager that goes with it, and I went into my classroom and I was like, Miss Martin is a robot. And they were like, actually, Miss Maureen, you're more of a cyborg because you're a human with robotic parts. Nerds. Thanks. I did used to teach at a daycare, and one time I was getting a bunch of toddlers ready for swim class, and I had low blood sugar, and the closest thing to me was powdered donuts. So I'm just like shoveling my face with powdered donuts. And they're like, Miss Maureen, what's wrong? I was like, nothing, just eating my medicine. Leave me alone. I got a lot of angry messages from parents that are like, my daughter has a sore throat and all she wants is donuts. It's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm excited for this season. You know, we have a lot of farmers markets in Maine. I love it. I mainly love it because I don't have to spend $40 on a dildo. I can just go to the local produce section, get myself a cucumber. My body is just like, that's not where vegetables go. Sorry. Did you know there used to be a chocolate store in downtown Portland next to CS Boutiques, and they used to sell chocolate covered bacon? You could buy a $40 vibrator, or you could just buy chocolate covered bacon and then do the job. So my mom is not impressed that I do stand-up comedy. She's like, Nikki, you say some risque things on stage, and I'm afraid that some weirdo is gonna follow you home and think you're down for anything. It's like, Mom, the last weirdo that followed me home, I ended up marrying him, and you love him. But she is married to a guy that has a boat with no name. What? What? That's not okay. I don't have a boat. I don't know if you fine people of Gorham have a boat, but I know we have names for our imaginary boat, right? Right? Yeah. So I'll share with you mine. You can take them if you want. Mine would be, boy, you so fine. Yeah. Or ship just hit the fan. Or skip, motherfucker. Yeah. I'll end it on this. So me and my husband just celebrated 8 years of marriage. Wow. I make him dress up like a woman. He was so cute. He was like, oh, babe, do you want to be big spoon or little spoon? I was like, oh, if it's ladies' choice, I would like to be a Swiss Army knife. Because I want to peg you with that corkscrew. I want to fuck like a duck. Woo woo. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Have a great night, everybody.
Oh, Nikki Martin right there. Thank you very much. Hello. Fantastic. Oh, thank you guys so much. Everybody having so much fun tonight. Here we go. All right. So, anyways, here's a little bit of backstory. This is the second show that we've done in the barn. This is all experimental. Me and Julie, we did 22 shows in our basement at Leland Street. That was fun. Jim, Clinch Sphinx, Nikki, and Cloud were there, and this next performer also was in our basement. I'm gonna try to fix this thing. It's much smaller now. All right, here we go. Keep the enthusiasm going. Here we go. Oh, your next comic loves meta humor, the Oxford comma, rule of 3 jokes, and irony.
Yeah.
Tim, please point out that I left out the comma. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Krista Rollins.
Yeah, okay. Welcome. I know in Maine law you're not allowed to have a drink on stage, but this is not a stage, this is a shoebox diorama. This one. I got into an auto wreck on a staycation. Sorry, I misspoke. I got into autoerotic asphyxiation. You go brain dead after the best orgasm of your life. Suddenly all your furs are walked up. You guys seen your cousin naked? Have you seen my cousin naked? This just happened to me. It's pretty upsetting. I was on Blue Sky, the Twitter alternative app, and she just posted a photo, a sexy photo. I'm sorry, it wasn't a sexy photo, it was a sex photo. Not like in the act of sex, like I haven't seen my cousin's husband's cock, but I know he was well hydrated that day. Right? Yeah. It was a hell of a photo. On Blue Sky, these posts are called skeets, and yeah, that's just relevant. It's weird. Like I can't. This happened on Thursday. I couldn't talk about it at work because it's so graphic. I have to save it for here. That's right. It's not gonna. But it was also weird to be like, because we're into the same stuff. It's, right. It's Grandpa Dan just blasting, you know. You guys not into comedy that verges on incest? It's not. It wasn't into. I was actually honestly very relieved about that part. I was like, well, this is just like straight anatomical here. Very, very anatomical. It changed my week, you know. I'm just here dealing with this now. I texted her afterwards. She's like, "Do you want to see his cock?" I was like, I appreciate the consideration, but I think I'll pass. Thank you. She said that I was welcome to talk about it on stage, just so long as I didn't call her ugly. So, doing pretty well there, my cousin. I'm getting older. Trying to stay off of social media more, and now I've got more incentive. But like, I'm also just trying to like use technology less in general, and some of that is just happening naturally. Like as I age, like I can't use stuff anymore. Like I'm a digital native. I grew up with a computer. I had a Commodore 64 and stuff. I used to be able to solve problems. But now, when something happens and the technology doesn't work, it's just broke, right? Like my headphones wouldn't pair with my phone the other day when I was taking the dog for a walk, and I just had to like listen to nature. But I did get to know a little guy named Trista Rollins, and you know what? Not a fan. Pretty obnoxious. Sounds like some of you guys are on board. Jeez. I've got to, as I'm aging, I'm trying to like take better care of myself, so I'm trying to eat a little bit better. I'm smoking less weed. There's boo, right? But I've got to smoke less weed. Like, I can't do weed before I meditate anymore because I keep thinking it's giving me superpowers. like I smoked and then I meditated and the meditation got away from me, but then I was able to pull it back. And I was so grateful that I was able to pull it back that I started to weep because it felt like I had unlocked a new level of gratitude, like it was a superpower. Like, I don't think that new superpowers happen at age 39. They're a 16-year-old. They're real superpowers. I'm also trying to smoke less weed before I go for runs. It's not helping me on my runs anymore. Like, I was on a run the other day, and I got distracted because there's a sign on my route, and or a post with two signs on it. And the signs are slow children and deer crossing. And my thought was, pick one, right? Because you're just giving me plausible deniability now when the inevitable happens. And I'm zipping through there. I strike a boy. I know it's tough. It's a tough joke. But when I hit the boy, now I've just got an excuse, right? Like the police will come up and be like, what happened? I'll be like, well, he was slow, right? And a deer came by, and a deer hit the boy, officer. And the cop would be like, well, then why is the front of your car dented? Well, then I hit the deer. but that wasn't the distracting part. Is that I was having that thought, and then a flaming skull, floated by me. Right? You guys just accepted that. It was very alarming when it happened. But what happened is I shrieked first. I was like, "Nah!" And then the guy turned and looked at me. It wasn't a flaming skull. It was just a skeletal blonde guy with long hair, and he was on a skateboard, so sort of like floating as it went by him. I was like, "Oh, okay. I do need to smoke less weed here." And it is wild. I'm trying to eat better as I get older. I'm not great at it. Like I went to McDonald's the other day. I did the drive-thru because I didn't want to stand up. I ordered at the speaker, and I came around to the pay window, and I noticed a sign at the pay window that said Braille menu available. The sign at the pay window at the drive-thru said Braille menu available.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. It was just like a decal. It wasn't raised. It wasn't like you could. I think like if a blind person gets in their car, they have eyes, right? And they make it into the drive-through lane, and they get up to the speaker, and the guy's like, "Can I take your order?" And they're like, "Nope, coming around." And then they make it around the corner. I think you just give them whatever they want. Mahumra, quiche, just hand it over. They earned it. But I'm also trying to eat better. I kind of have to eat better because in my old age here, again, 39, I know it's not that old, but I've developed a dairy intolerance. But I'm a sensitive boy, so I've been calling it my tenderness. Like I'm the Emily Dickinson of uncontrollable shitting. Well, that's not entirely true. I control when it starts. All right, my name is Christopher Rollins. Let's get Tim Holland back out here. Mr. Rollins right there, thank you so much, Mr. Oh my god, thank you so much, guys. So another really fun thing of hosting comedy shows in the barn is sometimes I see stand-up comedians who have been performing for years and years and years, but I have never seen them perform, and that is the case tonight as we bring up the last three performers of the evening. This next performer, he was the winner of New England's Funniest Something in 2022. Please welcome Tom Shaw!
Yo, what's up, you guys? Awesome. This place seems way less threatening when I can't fucking see any of you. It's blind. I'm not gonna lie, man. When I pulled in here, I was like, oh, it's finally happening. I'm being recruited to a sex cult. But it doesn't seem like that's what's going on. And I was for some reason bummed out about that. It's not too late. We can still take our clothes off, just like we put them on. No, I'm just kidding. You said the neighbors are here, though, right? The neighbors are here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because regardless of if this is a sex cult or not, I mean, accusations could still take place, right? It's like, I don't know. I fucking heard a bunch of weird noises coming from the woods over at Tim's house the other night. Laughter in the distance could sound weird, right? Yeah. But then if they see me pull out of this place, they're like, well, no one's gonna fuck a guy wearing that shirt. I don't think they were doing anything. No, it's like, sex cults are cool if you guys are in them. I don't know. It's totally fun. totally fine. I wanted to start one, once. That's how I knew I was super lonely, like when I'm Googling how to start a sex cult, you know what I mean? It gets real bad. Those guys never have problems getting laid, is all I'm saying, right? No. So yeah, everyone else is just as enthused as you guys. It didn't go anywhere. No, but I am single, I'm dating. Well, it's actually, honestly, it doesn't even really make sense to like say that I'm dating. Like I'm not like going on dates, you know what I mean? Just like kind of single and hopeful, They say like, oh, you'll find the right one, when you're least expecting it. I'm like, oh yeah, well, is she coming to my room? Because that's where I'll be. It's where I'm always at. I don't know, it's weird. Like, I would say like at this point in my dating life, I'm kind of just like hoping AI gets a little better, you know what I mean? We're getting close, I think we're real close to being able to download companionship. I don't know, I tell these stories singing my sad song about dating and whatnot. One of my buddies was like, you ever think about getting a fleshlight? I was like, no, I never thought about it. I've bought hundreds, yeah. But never once did I buy one and I was like, yeah, this will replace love, you know what I mean? This is basically love. I don't know if you know what they are, but you have sex with them, That's what's going on. Not a whole lot going on. Well, I say not a whole lot going on there, but they're actually getting way cooler. Which is great news, right? Like, I don't know if you guys have seen this new, have you seen the interactive, like, fleshlight thing? Any of you guys? Too far in the woods, I see, aren't I? Well, it is pretty cool. Like, I'll explain how it works. Audiences love it when I do this. So what's going on with this fleshlight is like, so you put it on your dick. Well, you put them all on your dick, please. You put this one on your dick too, right? And it's got like motors. It's got a battery, and like you can like sync it up to porn. So like whatever's happening like on a porn video is also happening on your dick. Yeah. It's pretty fucking cool. But what they also have for this interactive fleshlight is an interactive dildo too, right? So like what you can do is like whatever's going on the dildo will be happening on the fleshlight as well, right? Which is pretty fucking neat. My buddy was telling me about it because he was like, yeah, me and my girlfriend are long distance right now, which is really helpful. And I was like, well, why do you even need her at that point, right? I mean, I can't get laid in real life, right? So like, I'm not like, I didn't see that thing and I'm like, oh, I hope I can find a cool girl to use this with. No, that's not what I thought. What I thought is I'm gonna strap this thing on and then suck my own dick with the dildo. Which is fucking crazy to think about, right? All those years of technology, fucking top-notch engineers, just to bridge the gap from here to here, Finally, I can get down there, right? I mean, I'm not saying it's the biggest feat in mankind since the moon landing, but I think it's like second, you know what I mean? Inches, and the moon's like way up there, so I don't know, it's pretty cool. I don't know what else to tell you. Anyway, back to the other dating stuff, right? No, so I'm dating, right? And like I'm more hopeful with my dating life. I'm using like the stuff like Bumble, Tinder, all that. You guys use that stuff? No need, sex for it, right? I'm not gonna start up a boost to find any of you afterwards. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm like using that stuff, and like it's kind of tough for me because my sense of humor doesn't always translate great through text messages, right? Doesn't always translate great through words, to be honest. But especially through text messages. Like I matched with this one girl, she was very cute, and in her bio it said you should never completely kill your inner child, right? And I responded to her and I said, oh, I'd never completely kill any child. Which I thought was a good quality to have in a boyfriend. She didn't message me back. I think that says more about her. She's probably out killing kids. Yeah, no. So the virtual stuff, I don't know if it's ever gonna work out for me. And it's not like things are going better in the real world either. Like what's tough for me, I don't have a lot of confidence because I don't think I'm like a good looking guy. Thanks for the reassurance, you guys. I see this is why I wasn't invited to the sex call. All right, whatever. Imagine being too ugly to be invited to the sex call. That's what. No, like I don't think I'm like an attractive guy. I don't really need any sympathy. It's not as big of a deal as you think, right? Like some girls I've told that to, and they said I'm like a little too hard on myself. This one girl told me that she thought I had body dysmorphia, right? And I'm like, yeah, my body's morphed all weird and shit. That's what I'm saying. She's like, no, that's not what that means. It's a mental health issue. What you're seeing in the mirror is not what's actually there. I'm like, oh, no, I don't think it's that at all. I just don't think I'm my type, you know what I mean? I don't look in the mirror and I'm not like, I want to fuck that guy. I'm not Buffalo Bill, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's probably helpful if you would fuck yourself. You would assume others would want to. I don't assume that. I don't think that's polite to do. But dating should get better. I did recently move to a place where there are people, you know? And people are huge for dating. I mean, they're becoming less and less important, which is pretty cool. But as of right now, the old analog dating is, you know, it's pretty cool. You know, I moved to a place where there are people, and like, you know, like where I come from, there wasn't a lot of people. About 5 girls. If you didn't like them, you kind of just like, played video games or whatever, right? Yeah, I come from a small town in central Maine. There's a lot of stigmas about dating in a small town in central Maine too, right? Like a lot of people like have told me, oh, I bet cousin fucking's a real problem there, right? Cousin fucking is a real problem. Especially if you don't have any cousins to fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I did try to have sex with one of my cousins. But he was stronger than me and didn't want to. It's called misdirection. Are you happy you had me? No, I don't do that, but you do weird things, right? Like hooking up with your buddy's sister. Yeah. I was doing that one time, and, you know, she didn't really look like him. But in a dimly lit room, you know, the light did hit her face just the right way. I was like, oh, there he is. You guys are related for sure. The more concerning part was that I came instantly. He's a really good buddy. I don't know. No, but other than fucking your cousins, we like a lot of other things in a small town in central Maine. Like drinking and driving, they love doing that. I've had a few friends die doing what they love, you know? Glad you like it. No, drinking, smoking weed, that's a little more mellow. You guys here smoke weed? Yeah. What sex cult doesn't smoke weed, right? No, yeah, weed's cool. I actually work at a marijuana dispensary. Yeah, and it's a pretty cool job. It is, like mostly just chilling with the bros all day, but there are some annoying parts about it, right? Like one thing that annoys me probably too much is I can't stand hearing a grown man say the word gummies. Yeah. To me, it just sounds childish every time. It sounds like, hey, do you have any gummy chewies for Richie? I'm like, no, Richard, not for Richard. You hear yourself right now? You want a fucking juice box too? You sound like a fucking child. Now, if a kid walked in and asked for some gummies, I'd be like, hell yeah, of course. It sounds great when you say it. And you've been good. I assume you've been good. Another annoying one at the dispensaries, people think weed's a cure-all, right? And they'll come in and be like, oh, what's good for pain? And I'm like, oh, opioids. I don't know why you're looking for opioids. You don't have any here. Only I'll ask my boss. No. The other one's like, what's good for anxiety and depression? I'm like, oh, you got any rope at home? Yeah, I don't actually say that, right? I'm not a monster. If someone comes in and asks me that, I tell them what the doctor tells me. Just to go for a walk. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you have bad anxiety and depression like I do, when you go to your doctor about it, they just tell you to walk it off like a shitty Little League coach. Like, yeah, you should freak out over there, yeah. You should freak out down the street in public. You'll like that better. All right, we'll see. Now, it would be super nice though if they came into my dispensary and like asked something that like made sense. Like if they came in and said like, "Hey, do you have anything that will make me scared at a baseball game for no reason?" I'm like, "Oh no shit! I'm glad you asked." Like 99% of what we sell. The only reason it's not 100 is because we also sell Mountain Dew and Gatorade. Those are just a good time at baseball games. No, weed can be too much. I think weed's like the hardest drug on the planet, right? Like, no, it's not gonna kill you, but it can make you feel like you're dying. It's no fun at all. At least when I feel like I'm dying on cocaine, I'm excited about it. But I feel like I'm dying on cocaine, I feel like one of the war boys in Mad Max Fury Road, right? Like, I live, I die, I live again. I will go to Valhalla. Spray Axe body spray in my mouth, I'm gonna shit. I don't feel like that when I'm dying on weed at all. I usually just like call my mom crying. Or I'll go to the hospital with no symptoms. They're like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I'm dying." That's why you come here, right? They're like, "I think you just smoked a little weed. I'll have you know, no one's actually ever died from smoking marijuana." I'm like, "Yeah, but people have for sure died of a heart attack while high on marijuana, right?" I mean, just because I'm high does not mean that I cannot also have a heart attack, right? Yeah, just true. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's funny to do that. Was that? How about? Hold on. A lot of singing. Am I over my time? I don't know. This isn't. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I've gone too long. My name's Tom Shaw. I'm sorry about that. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm Shaw right there. Let him go. Hope you guys are all having fun tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Hopefully we can do this again. You know, just you know me. My name is Tim. I have a phone number. You can call me, text me. I have the Instagrams and the. I don't know how we do this. Anyways, yeah. So, anyways, just put some money in the thing when you go. Anyway, so this is the penultimate performer. I learned that word from my friend Jordan Hendrens TV, who goes by Hendrens TV right now. He's a performer. We hope to get back here soon. So, anyways, next. Your next performer, your penultimate performer. The penultimate performer. He was a semi-finalist at the Boston Comedy Festival. Please welcome Ian MacDonald.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
You guys doing pretty good? Get some energy left still? Some energy in the tank? Awesome. Should probably start by apologizing for mine. I am just recently getting over COVID. It's a rough couple of weeks, but I'm feeling a lot better now. I have no idea where I got it from, but I'm still dealing with some brain fog issues, so if you guys hear me repeating myself at any time, that's probably why. I think the worst part was when I lost my taste for a couple of days, which would have been really helpful in that doorknob licking competition I was in a couple of weeks ago. Glad to hear you guys have a little bit of energy left still. Should probably start by apologizing for mine. Just recently getting over COVID. It was a rough couple of weeks, but I am feeling a lot better now. I have no idea where I got it from. I'm still dealing with some brain fog issues though, so if you guys hear me repeating myself at any time, that's probably why. I think the worst part was when I lost my taste for a couple of days, which would have been really helpful in that doorknob licking competition I was in a couple of weeks ago. I read that people who collect things usually suffer from some form of mental illness such as an anxiety disorder. And since I found that out, I've been trying to get the whole set. Never purchased a mattress or a bed. I've always had them gifted to me. Guess I have that look. Like I need a bed. No, I had always had a futon, and I thought I was doing really well in life, you know, multitasking with a couch that turns into a bed. Turns out I was actually failing in life with an uncomfortable couch that turned into an even less comfortable bed. When I was growing up, my brother and I shared a room up until my sophomore year in high school. We actually had bunk beds. Given our age at the time, one or the other of us each night would make the tower shake. But he's left-handed and I'm right-handed. So every once in a while, things would sync up and it would keep pretty stable. He came out differently than I did. He was delivered cesarean. Should probably apologize for my energy level tonight. I was up really late last night alphabetizing my t-shirts. I went to bed when I realized they were all t-shirts. I got to perform at a cool vintage clothing store. I was excited to check out their stock, so I got there early. I'm glad I did, because I found this gem. I was told that it's 30 years old, and I only paid $60 for it. I feel like at $2 a year I got a pretty good deal. I'd like to get to know you guys a little bit better. By a round of applause, how many people here are from Gorham? Sounds like maybe 6 people. By a round of applause, how many people here are from Wyndham? 1 person. By a round of applause, how many people here are from Portland? Seems like maybe 10 or 12 people. By a round of applause, how many people here are from Buxton? Nobody came over from Buxton tonight? Alright, bear with me, there's like 40, 50 people here. I'll get to everyone. By a round of applause, how many people here are from Scarborough? Maybe no one came over from Scarborough. By a round of applause, how many people here are from Orono? No one drove down from Orono tonight? Alright, in the interest of time, I'm gonna move on from this for now. But if you could see me after the show, I'd love to find out where you're from. I don't want anyone to tell me, I want to ask you, I have to guess. It's a fun little game that I like to play, and I won't be able to sleep tonight if I don't find out from every single one of you where you came from tonight. Does anybody else here like puzzles? A few people do. Yeah, I love puzzles. I got a new puzzle the other day. I was really excited. So the packaging said 1 to 2 years on it, and feeling pretty good right now. I got it home, and Only took me like 2 or 3 hours. Still kind of riding that high. Feeling pretty good. I'd like to do a few impressions for you guys now. That's my cat when it comes across something it doesn't quite trust. That is a spray bottle that a waitress was using at Burns Irish Pub in Brunswick, Maine on March 22nd, 2015. That's a screaming goat. That's a motorcycle. Thanks, guys. I've been working on that one. I feel like it's coming along pretty nicely. 8 hours a day will really only get you so far, though. I have one more I've been working on I'd like to do for you guys now. That's a drill that's struggling. That's a drill that's sad. That's a drill that's excited. And that is my drill bit. An applause break, thank you. I wasn't expecting that. I heard a mockingbird the other day. Nice hat. I wasn't even wearing a hat. Before I go, I'd just like to share one last thought with you all. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Give McDonald like that. Oh my God! Hosting stand-up comedy is so fun. I've hosted a few shows before, and we've had performers that have gone on, and we've had performers that have come in here from Conan, HBO, and I don't know what else they have. But anyways, my vision is to make this a launch pad for comedians to come in here and be successful and put on a great show for everybody that likes to come out and see live stand-up comedy. And I hope everyone has enjoyed the show so far. I'm so proud, I'm so pleased. This next performer, I met him a long time ago, but this next performer is funny, and he's only been responsible for one car accident. Please welcome your headliner, Keith Hebrecht.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys are here. You guys made it out. To the barn, like 9 kids were murdered in the 90s. Like, this is a beautiful place to be right now. I said, let's perform in a place where only some of the venue has a dirt floor. It's like a good, because I hear it's good for the acoustics, and it's easier to clean up all of the vomit that's going to happen at some point during the show. It really is beautiful, and you know, there's also a complimentary man under the tarp over here. There's a man under that tarp. He will give you a hand job if you need one. He has no tongue. That's why he's giving you a hand job. He's cool. I'm sorry about my appearance. I just came from the dump, so I'm a little disheveled here for you guys. I'm sorry about that. But I know you guys can tell that I'm kind of a bad boy. I'm a bad boy, guys. I don't have any tattoos, but I have a nighttime face scrub I'll use in the morning. So that's kind of neat. I think a lot of guys will like pee with the seat down. I don't do that. I pee with the lid down. You think I got time for lids? You think a guy like me's got time for lids? I don't have time for lids. I'm getting right to. I got somewhere to be. I got somewhere to be. I'm a busy guy. I'm kind of I'm like a kinky guy. I'm like sexually, I'm a freak. I'm a sexual freak. What I like to do, my thing is like on Friday when I get home from work, like some weeks is like my favorite thing. I'll have my lady like just tie me up, and then have her put me in the closet, and then I just have her take me out on Mondays. And I'll tell you what, when I get out, I don't even need coffee. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to hit the road. I'm feeling great. Whatever, my kid is like, where's Dad? You know? And my lady's like, he's on business, you know? And they're like, why does the closet smell like fish? And it's like, there's some fish in there. I don't know. And it's like, well, why is there an air conditioning unit plugged into? Don't worry about it. We don't need him to die. We still need him to afford this house. You know what I mean? We gotta keep him alive. My hall pass is Brittany Griner. I know a lot of people are like, oh, she's a lesbian. She's never gonna hook up with you. Well, I bet you, I'm a pretty convincing guy. Give me like a box of fruit roll-ups in 10 minutes. I bet I could have anyone doing anything. I feel like, I could flip her. I could flip Brittany. She could dribble me, but I could flip her. I could flip her big time. I just want her to like take me in the bedroom, choke me up against the wall, and say, "It's grind time," and then snap my neck and leave me for dead. That's what I want. That's my fantasy, guys. That's my dream. I have the same dreams you guys have. We dream the same dreams, baby. I was in a restroom the other day, And I walk into the stall, and I look over to the right, and I see a hole going into the other stall. And I'm like, oh my God, that's a glory hole. This is a really weird Denny's. Like, honestly though, this was a pretty good looking glory hole. It looked like they got the kit from IKEA or something. Like it was the Swedish Glorgenhilgen. And if you guys don't know what a glory hole is, you're lying. But it's a hole in a wall you put your penis in, and on the other side there's a mammal, typically human, but you don't know. And they're gonna be giving you the most terrifying blowjob of your life. It could be the best you ever had. Maybe though, you pull your junk out and it's been bedazzled. You don't know. Okay, this is what happens when you play Russian roulette with your dick. I mean, I like being tied up, but I'm not into that. Well, I don't want that to happen. That's crazy. It's insane. I did get to see breasts for the first time in second grade. Pretty cool. I don't know if you can hear. There's one person solemnly clapping. But yeah, no, it was cool. I was at the beach with my buddy, and he found a dead bumblebee on the ground, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna throw this at my mom." And I'm like, "That sounds awesome. Let's do it." And then it went down her bikini top, and she dumped him out right on the beach. Didn't even have to ask. She just did it. And now every time I see a bee's nest, I get hard. I don't know why they put a hole in that thing. Could get stung, maybe it looks a little bigger or whatever. I did get engaged though to my lady. That is pretty cool. Thank you. She's a beekeeper. She's pretty awesome, man. She's actually 10 years older than me. She's a pretty big age gap. I don't know if you know that, but that's quite a big jump. But we met a long time ago in the grocery store, actually. She kidnapped me. It's going pretty well, you know. I miss my parents, but otherwise, I'm having a pretty good time for the most part. It's not bad. I do live an insanely crazy life. I have very little time. I was Googling inventions from the 1700s. A lot of good ones. I don't know if you know that. There was this one called piano. Have you guys heard of piano? Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of piano before? Piano was invented in the 1700s, and without it, Elton John would be a very eccentric whistling pimp. You wouldn't want to know him, all right? We need piano. 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 It's fun to say piano. Sometimes I'll just say piano alone to myself when I go to sleep at night instead of counting. I'll just say piano until my fiance hits me. And then I get hard and go to sleep. Like the rest of you. Okay. The other cool thing that was invented in the 1700s? Parachute. You ever heard of parachute? Yeah, you're probably thinking, why did they invent parachute in 1700s? Okay? Because, as far as I can tell, there were no planes. They were like, well, we need a fast way to get to the bottom of ravines. That's my imagination. That's where I go. But I like to think about how many people probably like died testing parachutes. Because I'm thinking all of them. All but maybe one. Like one, the last guy, and it was like, all right, we're gonna stick with that one. That's good. This is the one we're gonna hang with, I think. The guillotine. You know, guillotine. You heard of that one? That's a fun one. You think the executioner, when he found out about guillotine, he was like, "Oh no, I'm out of a job. What am I gonna do? My wife is gonna kill me." And then he's like, "Oh wait, they're still gonna need me. Like I just won't have to swing my big heavy axe that weighs 85 pounds at a guy's neck. Maybe multiple times. I just get to pull a rope and go, and then their head goes in the basket." What an invention, guys. We need more public beheadings. That's what I'm saying. Let's have fun. Let's march up to let's go to Congress Street in Portland and just start beheading all the people we don't like. Let's get some baskets. Does anyone know how to make a basket? You're gonna make a lot of money. In my fantasy, I'm a busy guy. Just googling up here. I was looking at videos of guys that bowled perfect games. Very dumb thing to watch. You think it's impressive, a guy bowling a perfect game? It's not. It's very boring. It's the guy doing the same thing, just every time. That's boring, right? And then you wait for the end. You want to see what happens at the end. You want to see this celebration because you know it's going to be nuts. Because like, what is even exciting in bowling? Like, it's got to be bowling a 300, right? So at the end, this guy literally just goes like this. That's how he celebrated the perfect game. I'm like, dude, you didn't even leave the ground. You didn't even leave Earth for a moment and just enjoy the fruits of your labor. No, there was some guy that looked like a hairy grapefruit just celebrating more on the sideline because he got beat. Hairy grapefruit was more excited for your win, buddy. I feel like to be good at bowling, I have to have at least 3 DUIs. It's actually a fact. You gotta have dedication to be a good bowler. Like, I imagine the dedication to continue bowling with multiple DUIs. It's gotta be big. You gotta take a bus with a bowling ball. You gotta bring a ball on the bus. Like, that's a bad look. You're probably wearing the shoes. Do they have the number on the back? I don't know. Has anyone bought bowling shoes? The first lady right in front of me has bought them. It's like I have a plant here tonight, guys, in a barn. Was there a number on the? Because you knew. You're like, I know what size these are. I don't need a number. I bought them. I bet it was on the inside, though. Did you ever look? You should. Do you still have them? Can I smell them? I told you I'm a freak. I'm crazy. I am a small man. I'm 5'5". It's a great height. Same number. Back to back. That's a good thing to have in the height, you know? Easy to remember. You meet a guy that's 5'5" and he tells you he's 5'5", you're gonna remember he's 5'5", alright? I've heard the expression 5'5", make a wish, you know? It's cool being 5'5". I have an average size penis on me, it looks pretty big. So that's nice. I call it portion control, you know? Because when you serve the meal on a smaller plate, you'll feel like you had more. It's a good look. Do look like after sex, I probably would have a candy cigarette though. They're better for you. There's no secondhand candy, but I wish there was. Right? Secondhand candy, you want some secondhand candy. You want to go to a ball game, you want to sit like a row behind a kid eating ice cream out of a helmet. And then you just get to experience that without actually having to look like a fucking idiot. With a little helmet in your hand, eating a treat. Yeah. So yeah, there's not yet. Anyway, Elon, work on that. I know he's here. I know he came out to the barn. Guys, they didn't tell you this, but I'm actually after the show we're tearing the the barn down and piecing it out, and we're going to be auctioning it off piece by piece to everybody. But wear gloves. Don't touch anything in the barn because you will get a splinter. And the tweezers here, I've heard, are rusty, so you don't want to use them. You don't want a rusty tweeze. That's what I've heard. I'm fine. I'm gonna be fine. I do like to be dominated, but I'm also pretty crazy when I'm being like a dominator. In bed, I'm kind of like a spider monkey in bed. I'm known for my spider monkey skills in the bedroom. I like to jump around a bit. All right, I jump around. I tickle parts of your body you forgot about. And I get bored easily, so I'll just start rummaging under the bed during sex. What guy you know does that? All right, yeah, I'm different. I fucking mix it up. I mix it up. I'm rummaging around. I'm looking for DVDs. You don't know what's under there, all right? Maybe there's a good one. Maybe we can put it on eBay later. Take us out to eat. You know what I mean? I winked like I've never winked in my whole life. That was the... Like, I should probably be arrested for how I winked. That was so stupid. I don't think I'll recover from that. I don't know why I decided to wear a suit in a barn. It was like not a great decision. I mean, the suit's ruined. I mean, it's just, god damn. I gotta go to a wedding in this suit probably in a couple weeks. It sucks, man. It really blows. It's my wedding. That would be this is a terrible wedding suit. Dude, I can't even believe I got a suit that fits me. Usually a suit on a little guy, it's like baggy. It always will look like you're wearing your dad's suit, no matter what, like when you're a kid. It's just how it looks. And they're like, give you clown shoes to wear. Like, give you the biggest shoes, because you're stupid little baby boy. Son of a bitch. Squirreling around. I am like a spider monkey, as I mentioned. I will lick parts of your body that tasty. And you are into it, by the way. I know you are. And then I'll be in the corner all of a sudden. I'll just be picking bugs off your dog for no reason. Snacking. Keep me in a cage. I'm a spider monkey, guys. I'm a bad boy. Total fucking bad boy. But yeah, I got my lady pregnant a couple of years ago. It's so awesome. Like the sex, man. Oh, so sex is awesome. You ever have that? That is cool. Sex is awesome. I didn't mean to have a baby though. That was a problem that we had. We did not mean to have a baby out of the sex. It was a byproduct of the sex. It's good now. I'm happy it happened. At the time, I started getting symptoms after I found out I was gonna be a dad. I had diarrhea for 4 days when I found out. Usually women are like, my tummy feels good. I'm blowing water out of my body for days. I can't go anywhere. But yeah, during the whole thing, I was an idiot. I didn't know anything about the pregnancy process. I was like asking the doctor questions like, yeah, my lady, she eats a lot of fiber. You think this baby will come out faster? Doctor's like, that's the wrong hole, buddy. I'm like, well, then how'd she get pregnant? I thought I wasn't the dad from that. I'm like, am I gonna have to call the insurance company and find out if this is covered? Which, by the way, it is. If your lady's pregnant, she's under your insurance, and you're not the dad, it's covered. It's funny because, like, in this country, the health their system sucks, but if you're a cuck, they got your back. They have your back. They are there for you, baby. I'd like to do a little dumb action after that. So that baby came out, man. What a cute baby I got. Cute baby. I'm so happy mine's cute. Yours wasn't. No, it probably wasn't. It's probably cute crowd. But yeah, man, my baby, she's like walking around now. She fell asleep on the couch with her little baby shoes on the other day. It was so cute. I just felt a little bad because I had to get a Sharpie and draw dicks all over her. I don't know if you've heard that rule. If you pass out on the couch with your shoes on, that's the rule. Dicks. My baby doesn't even know what dicks are, you know? She just thinks it's like a cool symbol that I made up. She's like, wow, my dad is an artist. This is amazing. Look at this cool symbol. This is great. Picked my kid up from daycare. They're colored in. Can you believe that? What am I paying for? Give me some construction paper, you know? Give me do like a hand. Write my name in there. I don't know. I'm really excited for my kid to get older, and I can get cool dad shirts that dads wear, like, oh, don't you dare look at my daughter or think about her, because if you do, I'm gonna make you kiss the tip of my gun with your dick, you piece of shit. In the tiniest writing you've ever seen. But yeah, I'm killing it as a dad. And my lady is gonna make a great single mom. People don't know if they should laugh because they think I'm gonna leave her, but really you should be laughing because I'll be dead. And my death should be funny. I don't care. I think if your death doesn't end up being funny, that sucks. You know, you should have at least a little twist, a little fun twist in there. I want to be bullied about my death, my future death. I'm afraid of bullies. I still get bullied. I got bullied 3 weeks ago by a non-binary barista. Even there, it's pretty messed up. I think bullying is wrong unless the person that you're bullying is riding a unicycle. Seriously. I saw a guy in my neighborhood riding a unicycle, and I think the coolest part about it was that he was not wearing a helmet. So that when he gets hurt, hopefully he'll get pretty hurt. He's riding a vehicle with one wheel, no steering and no brakes. That's a recipe for how to pass away. Here's a fun fact about unicycles. You don't have to lock them up because nobody would steal one. If you ever want a unicycle, just go to any pond and look around for 5 minutes. There's gonna be one in the pond. That's where they come from. I'm pretty sure that no one's buying unicycles. There's no way. Because this is what happens. Someone gets a possession of a unicycle, and then they realize oh wait, I have nothing in my whole life anymore. It's the unicycle or everything. And then they just get mad and throw it into a pond. That's the evolution and de-evolution of unicycles broken down for you guys. So that's my take on bullying there. The worst I ever got bullied was in high school. I broke both my wrists at the same time, playing jazz piano really fast. And man, when I got to school, they had one question. They wanted to know how I wiped my ass. And I'm like, really? Okay, this is what I do. I put my foot up on the toilet when I'm done. And then I get a bunch of toilet paper. And this is the crazy part. I have your mom. And she does it for me. And then she makes her lunch right afterwards. The worst, man, the worst. I did find out something kind of crazy. You've heard the myth that you can go blind for masturbating? You've heard it. Right? But it's not true, right? Because if it were, everything would be covered in braille. I did find out that you can get sciatica, though, from trying to suck your own dick. And I found that out because I had 2 broken wrists. And had to get a little creative with things. Actually, I had a pretty good technique for masturbation with 2 broken wrists. What I do is I would get my cast bags on, because you gotta protect those babies. Cast, you gotta protect those. And so I get them on, and then I move them up really good. And then I go in my bedroom and have my mom come over, and then she would do it for me. Mom's a good lady. That lady is sweet. Guys, I'm concerned about a lot of things. I'm concerned about our president, though, more than anything. I'm concerned. He's 80. Okay, he could die in office. Right? And what do you think the first thing Kamala Harris is going to do if she takes over the White House? I'm thinking probably take the seat out of the shower. Don't throw that away, because that's a collector's item. Right? That's like the Bill Clinton cigar. That is like the feather that signed the Declaration of Independence. All right, that you're gonna want that shower chair. It's a beautiful chair, guys. You guys have been a beautiful audience. I've really enjoyed this evening, and I'd love to talk to you guys after the show. So if you'd like to come meet me, I'll be under the blue tarp. I love you so much. Have a great night. Thank you.
Oh my God, thank you very much. The beautiful Keith Eber right there. Woo! Thank you guys so much for coming out. Give it up for all the performers tonight. Thank you guys. Woo! Hey, if you guys want to do it again, let's do it again. Talk to me. Let's put a bunch of money in my thing and let's hang out. I'm going to put on some music. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Drive safe. I'll take care of the parking and help everybody get out of here. It is a loop, so there's no danger. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.